Been in the game since pixels was blocks, back when the grind was pure and the skill unlocked. No microtransactions, no cheap AI. If it was hard, you beat it, no second try. No labels, no limits, no walls too high. Every genre, every style, I let my soul decide. From 8-bit dreams to that open world sky, I've been gaming through time, never blinking an eye. They say pick a lane, but I drive the whole road. I got action like Devil May Cry, but still tactical mode. I roll dice in the dungeons, then I shoot from the hip. Got that RTS mind state, but my trigger's still quick. Turn-based thinker, reaction time hitter. Been max stats, but I still pull a trigger. Ain't no casual here, ain't no gatekeep flex. I done played 5,000 games, who wanna test? No labels, no limits, no rules, no chain. I move how I want, every path in the game. From the past to the future, still paving my way. Every controller, every screen, every move that I play. Console, PC, mobile, I flex it all. I seen legends rise, I seen franchises fall. I seen hype die fast when the devs got lazy. I seen modders build roles while AAA stay shady. I ain't just a player, I study the field. Break mechanics apart, learn to tech to rebuild. If the meta gets stale, I adapt on the fly. New patch, same skill, I ain't blinking an eye. I seen cash grabs, I seen passion. I seen devs burn dreams for some market traction. I seen remakes done right, I seen remakes done wrong. I seen fan games show love where the studios moved on. Ain't about the hype, ain't about the trend. Cause a real gamer know it's the play, not the brand. If it's fire, I play. If it's weak, I race. No console wars here, just respect for space. I seen metas break, I seen patches wreck skill. I seen games start strong and they milking for bills. I seen devs nerf legends cause the loudest ones cried. I seen hidden gems buried cause they never got tried. I seen noobs talk big till they ran into vets. Think they own the leaderboard till they place their best. But I ain't here to flex, I'm just stating the truth. I got years in this game, no need for the proof. No labels, no limits, no rules, no chain. I move how I want, every path in the game. From the past to the future, still paving my way. Every controller, every screen, every move that I play. No labels, no limits, I move how I please. Controller, mouse, touch screen, I still seize. Ain't no mode I ain't played, ain't no level I fear. And if you doubt me, check the last 35 years. Oh, categories, no ranks, no tiers. Just one game or one journey through all these years. No console war, no PC pride. Cause at the end of the day, we just play to survive. I seen genre mashups turn legends overnight. Indies with a vision, bringing darkness to light. I seen loot boxes fall and classics revived. I seen co-op bring hearts back with solos that died. I ain't jaded, I'm seasoned, call it level cap grace. Still grinding in the shadows while they chasing the race. From arcade sticks to haptics in VR space, I adapt every era, never losing the pace. It ain't just reaction, it's intention and flow. It's the rhythm and the combos, the skill that you show. It's the clutch with no saves, the boss with no tells. It's the loss that you learn from the win that compels. No borders, no genres, no single design. I've been walking through worlds, every mountain I climb. From cartridges to servers, I've been holding the line. Every death, every quest, every pixel is mine. I seen tournaments rise, LA parties fade. I seen legends get dropped when the sponsors got paid. I seen speedrunners break what was meant to be slow. Turn frames into rhythm, real gamers know. I ain't chasing fame, I'm just building the lore. Every title I beat just opens a door. From the beta to the launch, I'm the alpha inside. No cheat codes here, just the will and the pride. So I reload my past and I patch my mistakes. Keep my eyes on the craft, not the fame or the stakes. This ain't just a game, it's the art that I breathe. And when the credits roll, I still don't leave.
Shoot the boot up, lock it in. Neon light flash, let's begin. No sleep, no change, no time to slow. Overriding gaze, run the code. A legend pulse, I feel the flow. No reset, time to go. Digital war, I play to win. Break the chains, reprogram within. Cybernetic mind, no fear in my veins. I was built for the grind, now I'm cool.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? It is Gen-Dro. Welcome to Gen-Dro Studios, where we stream games all the time. That's right, all the time, which isn't exactly like 24/7, but it is 7 days a week. And if you haven't seen me before, you just caught me in a random game weekend. So whatever you see here is just me playing a game off my library, randomly generated by the random game generator that me and Mr. Squeaky worked on together. Yeah, that's right. We worked on it together. It was very nice of him, and I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you for coming by to visit and hanging out with your boy Dro as we jump into Pillars of Eternity. I have played this game before, but it was a while ago. I mean, it's a pretty old game. I think it's like, almost, I want to say it's a decade old, to be honest with you. We have played the second one on stream. We didn't get too far, horribly. But I mean, I guess might as well give it another shot. It's another CRPG if you guys are into that kind of genre. I know that I am. I grew up on it, and I do enjoy it. I enjoy all genres, to be honest with you. I have particulars that I am comfortable gaming more often, but that doesn't make it like necessarily my favorite. I just am better at certain genres, I guess you could say. But that's without either here or there, because it's not like much of a stretch between like what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. It's not a huge leap. Why? Because just because I'm not good at it doesn't mean that I'm not better than, you know, more than average people. I've been playing for a while, so you know, it is what it is. Get good. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, guys, I hope that you guys are having a wonderful evening, morning, or afternoon, depending on what time you're watching me on. And we're going to go ahead and get this show started. Hopefully you guys enjoy. We got no schedule changes for as far as I know, so don't be checking anything different on the schedule. If you don't know what the schedule is, go ahead and check it out. I will repost the schedule tonight on Discord, and yeah, you can always check the schedule on Twitch. Anyways, music's done. That means that's my cue to go ahead and get started, so let's go ahead and do just that. Woo! All right, here we are, back into the thick of it. I don't want it to be like too loud, but then again, that wouldn't hurt. All right, so effects for volume I'll do at 60. Voice volume I'll do at 80. And we'll do music volume at 40. And then drop this down to trying to see how loud it goes above, because I don't want it to go above what I have. So I'm just checking it out. If I do it max, it doesn't seem like it's going too far. Well, I'll adjust if it comes to it. I still think that my volume of my mic is still a little bit higher than that, so it should be okay. Should be all right. Now that the sound is done, yes, save changes. We are going to try it out. White March, huh? White March. The easy difficulty requires minimal micromanagement and easily forgives mistakes and comment. It is strongly recommended for those who are new or recently returning to real-time party-based RPGs. Story time. Obsidian. I barely remember this game, if I'm being completely honest. My wife actually bought this for me for my birthday, roughly about 7 years ago. No, it's about 7 years ago. Yeah, so roughly around 7 years ago, she bought me this game. So it's nice to go back to it and check it out. You know, kind of gives me the memories. Like I don't know. I love my wife, and she's awesome. But you know, there's nothing like the beginning when we were just young, dumb, and full of whatever, you know, they call it.
A dim lantern, his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Oh, snap. All right, now it's time for like characterization. You know what? I just woke up. Forgive me. I don't want to do mage today. I know that's weird, but I really don't. So we're gonna go with just straight up attack. We're gonna go. That is a weird looking dwarf. Orlin dwarf. A Mauma. Should we go dwarf? I know, I've done too many dwarfing, and I've done elf. I guess it's time to just do Orlin. I'm just kidding. Resolve, might, perception, smallest of kith races. All, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-tone skin, and hers. I do not know how to pronounce that, or I don't even know what that word means. Hirsute bottle? I don't know. Orlins are commonly found in Ir Glanfath, the Ix-Middle Plains, and part of the Drywood. They are known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. Boy, this dwarf does not look like a dwarf. We're all human this time. Meadow folk, ocean folk, savannah folk. Accuracy and damage. 5 seconds after being reduced below 50%, folk temporarily gain bonuses to accuracy and damage. All right, I think we could do savannah folk. Barbarian, paladin, martial zealots, athletics, endurance, health. Paladins are martial zealots devoted to a god, a ruler, and even the way of life. They can be found in any culture where a fanatical group of like-minded individuals have formed a warrior society dedicated to advancing their cause. Sounds like something we know, and I'm not going to call anybody out, but you know what I'm talking about. You know where I'm going with this. Anyways, among those aligned to their worldview, paladins are viewed with respect and admiration, if a bit of fear. Many paladins hold leadership positions in armies and mercenary companies, but in the heat of battles, their fanaticism often overrules the chain of command and common sense. Faith and conviction. Paladins have inherent bonuses to all their defenses over the course of the game. The value of this bonus may shift based on the reputations the paladin gains relative to the behaviors of the Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Let's see. Brutes, madmen, berserkers, those city-dwelling people often use the term barbarian with a dose of disrespect. These rural warriors are respected by their communities for their ferocity and fearsome presence on the battlefield. Barbarians have a special, almost religious role in some cultures, but in many places, the undisciplined, fearless style of the barbarian is simply how warriors conduct themselves. Okay, Carnage. When barbarians hit with melee attacks, they automatically make reduced damage attacks at all other enemies within a short distance of the target. Okay, I mean, I can deal with that. I like the barbarian. We'll do the barbarian. Let's do that. Frenzy and barbarian yell. So far, so good. Arrow A, frightened for 12 seconds. Frenzy. Oh, health and endurance. I mean, does that mean that it's concealed forever? I don't know. We'll do barbarian yell. That seems like a more useful, less painful move to deal with without like the negatives. What's up, good man? How's it going? Nuh-uh. Well, All right, so our main stats here will be might and constitution. I don't know if this is the secondary ability, like I'm guessing it is, so I'm just gonna leave it with that. So resolve reflects the internal drive, determination, fearlessness. They can project to others. It can be used for muscle leadership, convincing other combat. It helps character maintain concentration and contributes to will and deflect in defenses. Okay, so we definitely want some resolve, some might, some constitution, and some dexterity. I mean, actually, I don't even think I need it so much. We'll make these the main stats. 16. And we'll put the dexterity up here. And yeah, that's how we'll do it. We'll work it that way. At least I think. Let's go ahead and drop a little intellect to even it out. Yeah, looks good. It's a good start. Culture, 80 resolve, dexterity, resolve, intellect. Oh, so depending on what civilization and culture, it changes not only the stats, but my starting weapon and clothing. The AD though, they're the only ones I can see that use powerful force and part of it centered around equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire has colonies of numerous, the Greater Adir is at its heart and houses many, the majority of its humans and elven nations. I mean, I might go with the Adir if I'm being honest. They're the only ones I see that have dual wielding. Well, the Rutai doesn't. They use a dagger and spear. Dominated by the blah blah blah. The Amwama nation of Raitai. The Gulf itself is host to a number of nations, most of them Mawa, Orlin, and Dwarven. Although these countries are relatively young, they are of some of the most advanced colonial settlements in the east. The Gulf is a land of riches and resource for those who can take them through the entire coast. It's also often pummeled by violent storms. I think I'm gonna stick with the Adir. I like the style, and I kind of want to just be barbarian. Let's be honest here. Oh, legit looking barbarian. Let's see. My background. We'll make him a mercenary or drifter. Let's see. You never quite fit in no matter where you go. Each new town is a place to... No. Stealth is not where I want to go. We're going to go with athletics and lore. Blade and battle is your way of life. You solve your problems by pulling out your weapon and applying force. That's the character we're trying to go for. We're trying to go for a full-on F you, bro. F you. That's what we're going for. No. That crazy hair, boy. I'll stick with this one, I guess. I don't know. That works for me. Give him some facial hair. Now we got the facial hair. He looks so fucking fluff and weird. All right. Primary black. Except secondary. Guess we could do red. I think this is good enough. We gotta find a profile that matches his barbarian looks. I think we passed by the only one that's going to look similar to what I need. That is a lot of pictures. I just realized that I have to scroll through like 99 of these to get the perfect one. Okay, we're in the beginning, in the males. So these are different. Dwarves, elven folk. The godkins. So yeah, I think this is probably the closest we're gonna get when it comes to barbarians. So we'll stick to that. Doesn't look 100% like him, but you know, it is what it is. Next!
Just say the word.
I don't know. We gotta make him violent or stoic. Let's see.
I've got this.
Let's keep quiet.
Well,
Watch and learn.
let's go.
Quietly now. Follow me.
Let's go.
They'll never know I'm here.
Huh? I've got this.
Nice and slow.
Well, now I am the leader of the group. Bring them down.
That's probably the best I'm gonna get with barbarian. And we're gonna call him Drobarb! Now, what do we have here? No! You didn't ask me to sing a lyric. I don't have the voice for today. I have no voice. But we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. Oh, I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. And that's as far as you're gonna go. All right, now let's see what else we got here. You got poop here? No. Yes. All right, so Drobarb is our selection. We're just gonna be ruthless buttholes for the most part. Ruthless buttholes. Kind of like how your butthole is to you when you eat a Taco Bell. Just ruthless. Arr. Ow! I hurt my finger. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over. Why are you frowning there, bud?
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards, unless you don't drink water, course, which case you'll be dead in a day.
Ooh.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
Scare us up some water. Ooh.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first.
He nods in your direction. Sparkle nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. O'Donnell looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparkle, who carries an old, sun-bleached bow. So, where would I find these
They
berries?
grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
He adds with a wink. Who did build the
Got
ruins?
different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous out there?
Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beawick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
Oh, snap. What are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
For real, I would be upset too. I'm like, oh. Yeah, I don't think I want to, find that out. All right, let's see. Your character's attributes, skills, race, culture, and sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to the other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. All right, I'll go see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armored-clad woman who has spent the journey's nights sleeping on uneven ground without a blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own
He
time.
needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
Well, damn.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Hey, she called him out.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
Chuckles, shakes his head, looks at you. He casts a sidelong glance at her.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Fair enough.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Of course.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckle. It's covered with uneven stubble as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
I don't even know if I have money. Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
If you think these caravanners are prickly, watch out for those axe wielders Adema mentioned. He laughs. That's excellent advice indeed.
Something else you need? Looks
Tell
like
me-
we're settled for the night.
Tell me more about the Adir Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Rayed Saris and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire. A fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
He gives you a lopsided grin and nods at the other scattered caravanners. Why'd you move all the way out here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Rayed Saris? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
He shrugs. Deerwood is a former 8-year colony, so it seemed like a good place to start. And as much as I admire Red Saren's work ethic, they always struck me as a little fanatical. Seems like you got the short end of the stick. I don't see it that way. Heoden begins restacking his crates in his wagon. My brothers and I are all working together for the sake of the family enterprise. I'd better go. Alright. This is going to be a little different from me playing it on the PlayStation. So let me get a look at what we got here. Strongholds, character, map. Yeah. Looks like I'm going to have a hell of a time getting my bearings set. Welcome to paradise.
Not looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
There's something about the camera pan that's kind of driving me nuts. I know it's supposed to be slow, but let's do 1 times 5 scroll speed sounds good. Let's try that. Yes. That's a little bit better. Exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see parts of the map you've already been to and what's left to explore. There's the Orland's Cradle I was looking for. Onward! Explore the ruins of death. Oh, I guess you can't go that way, huh? Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, what's this guy have to say?
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Fine, be that way.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Oh snap. One of your characters have been engaged in melee combat. All characters in the game fend a foe have 4 primary defenses against attacks: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on character attribute levels and items and other effects. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made. If accuracy is below the targeted defense, the attack suffers a penalty to the roll and is more likely to result in a miss. If accuracy is above the targeted defense, the attack is more likely to result in a crit. Know this because I'm building a system similar to that. Alright, all attacks do damage that do damage have to overcome the target's damage reduction. Some call it the AC in role-playing, but this is DR over here. An enemy's DR reduce the incoming damage by the listed amount down to the minimal percentage. If you're having difficulty hurting an enemy, try switching to a weapon or attack that does a different damage type. Most enemies are strong against 1 or 2 damage types and weak against a similar number. Oh my god. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrating an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your character complain about it when it happens. Take heed. Note the damage type that's being blocked and switch to a weapon or spell that does a different damage type. Obviously. Could we continue without you interrupting me? I don't mind tutorials coming up, but please do not pause my game. That is ridiculous. That's tripping.
This is it.
As you receive quests, your journal will update with relevant information. If you ever get stuck, open it up to review your notes. Thank you. There's just too much obvious tutorial here, and not enough of tutorial I need. Let's see, you look like you've seen your share of action. What did you do before you came out here? I used to go on adventures and expeditions, whatever paid. Yeah, how did it happen? How's you happen to come here? Had a job go bad on me? Some tests that didn't need to happen? I think a bar fight with someone with spare time and resources to punish me for the rest of my life is probably where I'm gonna go. Well, we've all got things we'd like to leave behind. God knows I do, I'll tell you that. Here's hoping they never track us down. Kaliska breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raderick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot? Hadn't given much thought. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. So you must have other planning in mind for coming this way. Getting into trouble, I expect. Ha! You've come to the right country. This whole place is crawling with troublemakers. It's a point of pride for them. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Dilma will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Tell me about yourself. I got simple needs. I like open skies, far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Deerwood, but my parents ended up in the living lands. I got a brother in Rata and another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. Why are you here? Kaliska sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Ixamiddle. But I'd do anything for her. She's, well, she's much better woman than me. So I'm here, and we'll see. What is up, Hellfire? How's it going, man? Odema I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. What can you tell me about Deerwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be a part of Adir Empire and broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. But not a touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. All right, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfell is getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like it. We should check up on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, I'll show you. Let's get you your water. Word. We should explore some of this area too. Like grab some of these mushrooms. Burnt lady. Anything else around here that we can stick our teeth into? Oh? Travelers, maybe? Or looters? Or bandits? Bad sign, any way you figure it. The corpse is cold to the touch and ripe smell wafts from it. A putrid waves. A dark-crusted blah blah blah. A dark-crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. Guess we'll just grab anything we see. Sell it later if we don't need it. I'm guessing probably gonna run into some bullshit across this bridge. We'll see. Hey.
What a surprise.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kaliska waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. You have gained an item, quests, full water skin added to the stash. Out of the trees emerges Sparkle, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there's a strangeness to his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparkle, are you all right?
Sparkle's toe catches on a rock and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
Well, barbarian versus barbarian. Let's see who's better.
No prisoners! No!
Probably best that you run away if your main attacker's
Come on, we have
gone.
to get back to camp.
Well,
Thank you.
Of course. As you wish.
Actually, let's take a look at the rest of this area. Just in case we miss anything. You never know. The footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or longer. Alright, while I'm lollygagging, they're probably all dying, getting murdered by some random barbarians. Do-do-do-do, 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 do-do-do-do. Doesn't look good for you there, bud. Oh? Everybody got wrecked in the camp. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kaliska puts the back of her left hand to her mouth after ward away away some poisonous vapor. Sorry, my brain is... Ugh. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from the body as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe, with thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Halden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Lore 1. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Ir-Glenfa. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Let's see. Should we... Alright, I'm going to ask, see if you guys want to have a little torch in the matter. Should I, and this is the choices I'm thinking, should I go with Might 14, only a fool attacks a weak enemy while a stronger one yet lives? Athletic 1, rush the man before he can react, or Lore 1, judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck. I'm guessing you're a worshiper of Galawain. If Galawain told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? I honestly think that Lore 1 is a really stupid choice, and I think to fit with our character as a barbarian, I'm leaning towards either Might 14 or Athletics 1. But I really want to fucking talk junk to this barbarian. Should we just mess with them? I think. See, I'll wait a little bit. I know we got a little 30-second delay. Whoo! All right, time's up. All right, only a full tax, a weak enemy with a stronger one lives is probably what I'm going to go with. Yet. He shoves Hilden towards you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Hilden's torso. Hilden screams and tumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised high.
Kill them all! Kill them all!
For you, only death. You scored a critical... Man, these instructions are real big noobs on CRPG. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companion is now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs in the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric, volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it's rending you apart from within. Seated against the wagon wheel, amidst the howling maelstrom slashed across the chest and bow, Odema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head. His eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Training against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands into warm folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up on the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arm gives out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Theoden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Theoden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Theoden lashes out against his fatigue assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. Despite the wind from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. I mean, should I throw the weapon at the attacker? I don't have enough dexterity. I could have sworn I had 16. Oh yeah, I have 13 dexterity. Your aim is true and hits jars, and the hit jars Theoden loose. I hate the way they write this. It's so awful. Your aim is true and the hit jars Theoden loose. Lurching to his feet, Theoden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Theoden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Woo! That's a lot.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
She eyes the ragged slash across Hayden's belly. Can you walk? Yeah, right. Hayden's jaw tightens. He nods. So he took a little bit of a hit. He'd be alright. He'll get over it. Alright. 1 second. All right, let's do this.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Kaliska shakes her head. Windstorm. Of a kind they only get in Glenfath. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glenfathan word is Biowak. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Glenfathans. Those be the hut dwellers Odema warned you about. Look to the fangs of Galwain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odema, I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. The Glenfathans said we could trespass in the ruins. I don't believe that. Odema would never allow it, but as much as the fangs are hotheads, Glenfathans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glances down the passage beyond, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? Kaliska's lips press together and her chin rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got a hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. You don't seem too upset about all this. Kaliska looks you in the eye with a Voltaire current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. Maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept them walking because there's nothing else to be done and because there's other people you care about who still need you. Let's get going. Hayden takes a step forward and his knee buckles, and before anyone can catch him, he stumbles to the ground, his cheek striking the time-worn cobbles. On unsteady legs, he claws his way up the wall and back to his feet, but his stance is shaky like a sailor walking on land after a time at sea.
Could we maybe stay here and rest a few hours? I've lost some blood. It seems quiet off to the left. Might be a place to rest there.
I hate to say this, but we can't afford to stay put. Those Glonfathans were riled about something. Could be we got company in here. Looters will be armed and ready to kill, and there's probably a lot of them. We can't be caught sleeping in their beds.
Please, I just need to lie down for a while. Then we can move as fast as you want.
Maybe you didn't hear me. We are gonna die in here if we don't get moving and get this place figured out before the looters come back. We've either got to find the exit or a damn good place to hide.
We've got to take the risk and let them rest. We need all three of us at full strength.
This will be the end of us. No offense, but there's people out there I'd much rather die for.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shut your face.
Someone else has been here. We should move.
Should we go in our inventory? How do I get the camp started? Not the giant miniature space piglet. do you have? They all have better stuff than me. That's fine. Do you use arrows? I mean, we can't all be melee. Come on, guys. What the hell is this? Worst party matchup ever. A bunch of melee characters. Of course we're going to get murked. Alright. Stash. Don't know. Okay, you discovered some camping supplies. You can use those to rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring all your character's health and abilities. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available. I'm looking, but I don't see any camping supplies, unless I have to use a different thing. I don't know how the PC version compares. Okay, there we go. Camping allows your party members to restore lost health and receive camping bonuses. Camping will consume a camping supply. Theoden stretches as he wakes, gingerly probing the gash across the stomach. The fleshes begin to knit together.
By the gods, that's better. I think I'm ready to find a way out.
He sits up quickly and looks around the chamber. She really did leave us. She won't get far unless... He crawls to his knees and begins rummaging through the equipment with mounting desperation. You have lost an item full of water skin.
She took all our water.
Nah, if we hurry, maybe we can catch her. Yeah, that was pretty shisty. I might have to murder her for that. Just saying. That was some shisty stuff, Calliska. Not that she's gonna survive. We know she won't survive. She'll die.
Look at the tiles. What are those symbols?
Hmm. Oh, looks like we found it. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zorb. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you with soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you, finding nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. It's okay. Slowly back. No, it's okay. I won't hurt you. The Zorb recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Sniffs around you, finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Slowly back away. Zorb watches warily as you go. Okay. So I don't have to necessarily fight them. Let's go ahead and start whooping some booty! Oof, almost took that L. Sweet deal. What's this say? Party Isaac. Okay. A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Use the hammer and chisel to weaken the wall. You set to work. The crack lengthens and widens with your effort, but the process is more taxing than you expect. Sweat beads from your forehead and muscles begin to ache. Continue chiseling at the wall. After several long moments, you begin to see light on the other side. With one final tap, several blocks of stone shift and tumble loose, clearing a gap just wide enough to pass through. You have lost an item, hammer and chisel.
I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
No need. Let's beat his ass. Still going.
Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
Oh snap. More spiders!
Do you feel that? There's a draft. Poor Kalisha.
No, poor Kalisha. She did that to herself. She was so worried about living, she killed herself. Like a dummy. You know what self-preservation does if you don't prepare? It gets you killed. Funny how self-preservation works, huh? Now, the only thing I can think of I guess we should probably go back and get Kalisha's stuff. I think there's a mural that tells us which ones that we can use. I'm not sure. I don't remember 100%. Something gives us like a hint somewhere around here about how the puzzle works. Okay.
Yes.
You big dummy.
Yes.
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
Yeah. That's what it is. Oh, that's our black goose. Sweet deal. Ew, who's
What's that
playing?
muck on the wall?
Viscous and oily, this muck clings to anything it touches. All right, let's take a look at what I have so far. Wrong one. Scouting mode, huh? All right, let's see what we got here. I'm currently using light armor. Okay. Let's see. Torch. Nobody in this party uses a shield. Battle axe mace. We only need one torch in here, and then we have a hatchet here. Lockpick, minor generation. And medium armor. This seems to be better than what I got. Put that on my head. On that, I think we're gravy for now. Hold on. Let me see what I got here. We have a one-handed speed average, 1319, 1319. Okay, so this is good. This is a good setup. What is this? The small folio is torn into several places, and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice, and I got my hands on a genuine Engwithan artifact. Fellow who had it said it was a pretty nothing as far as he was concerned, but he's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Silat Li this morning. Then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. So I take it was him that kind of caused all this craziness to happen. A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding has chipped away in places, but the detail of his head, from the tight curls of his hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem fills the other. Place the gem in the eye socket. The chamber begins to rubble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. You have lost an item, Engwithan Relief Gem. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gonna leave you all behind to face the truth. Oh, take all that. Guess there's really nothing else in here. It said something about tab. Ah, okay. Tab shows up stuff that can be explored. Sends it glowing, I guess. Now there's just one more secret to explore in here, I believe, and that is the symbols on these things. So my guess is these symbols translate into something. Oh, well, I don't need this. God, I think I can use a torch. Let me see if equipping a torch will do that. Use the torch to light the brazier. Flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, winding their way upwards. What we have here. So how did she do? Oh, did she try to take a left? I think that's what she tried to do.
What is it?
It's exactly what she tried to do. She took the L because she took the left. That's what you get for running away with my water skin. You get what you deserve, you dirty witch. All right. I guess we're ready to go. We're ready to move on. Four figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in the midst appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it, what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out amongst them. Among them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with two protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book.
Of the book. He threw the book at him, guys. He threw the book at him.
Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
In dialogue. He's doing some freaky shit. Doo-da, doo-da. Think he's gonna get away with it. Oh, doo-da day. My eyeballs! I can't see. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end of the great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below. Its shimmering texture gives the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them. And they are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or. At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robes crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried, while not trying to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. You awaken to find your melees had broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, and when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who had led them is nowhere to be seen. You find Hyoden a short distance away in a shallow lake of his own blood. His body does not stir. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. It's one thing after another, isn't it? Oh, snap! my vision's impaired. Okay, let me check out my inventory. I don't want to have to worry about my inventory being all over the place. I guess we could try bowing it out for the secondary. I mean, this one hits harder. Put that as my secondary. Quick items. I don't have anything potion-wise. Your character hasn't earned enough experience to advance a level. Click the icon on their portrait to level them up. Yeah. We know. No. Crush damage. You believe it? Okay, good. I have crush and slash damage, so I should be okay for a while. Dang. What the heck is going on here? Why am I saying things? Same reason you see the piggy. This massive structure is a form of stone, adra, and copper, and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. Na. Make sure I grab everything I see around here. I don't think there's anything else here to worry about, so I'm out of here. Okay, so I'm supposed to go to the Gilded Vale. So I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go through Valewood. La da 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 da. Does that mean fire? More dead bodies. What are we crying about this time? I don't remember crying about anything, but sure. So sad. Unless you're sad about Togetic disappearing on you. What? I saw something weird coming across here. This particular series I do enjoy quite a bit. I think it's probably one of my favorite CRPGs. There's another one that I really like too. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I don't own it on PC. But it's more futuristic, I guess you could say. And I'm not talking about the Warhammer. That's obviously that's futuristic, but that's not the one I think is better. Honestly, and I hate to say this, but it's the truth. If I had to compare, which is better, Pillars of Eternity or Warhammer Rogue, I have to say that Pillars of Eternity's got Warhammer pretty beat. They got everything. They know what they're doing. This is a masterpiece. I have nothing as far as complaints go. I have nothing to say about it other than no, there's nothing. It's literally a perfect CRPG experience. Just saying. If you're looking for anything better, you're gonna be having a hard time. You will have a hard time finding a better CRPG than the Pillars of Fraternity 1 and 2. Not saying they don't exist, but...
Bring them down!
Woo. That was close. I almost bit the dust right there.
The longer we walk, the more lightly you'll have to sleep.
Oh snap. Lost Spirit. A figure drifts suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with heavy chill. Reach out. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as you've been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edges of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you have come a long way from the vale hunting deer. Now you're standing before a cavern, and the darkness extends far into the depth. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest, as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There's a roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, and fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lanced through with pain, but in a moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And then there's a great dark shape above you, and then there is more pain. The vision recedes, and you're thrown back into yourself with seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet, and Spectre lingers. In the span of energy between you both, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. I mean, I will find the man who did this to you and see him brought to justice. Or, you're dead, spirit, there's nothing for you here. I want to kill the guy and give him justice, man. I mean, how are you going to do that to your boy? For a moment, the spirit seems to burn bright, and your head fills with a sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exaltation, growing fainter and fainter until you are alone once more. I guess I should put up camp because I'm kind of weak right now. Let me go ahead and level up real quick, see if that helps. Let's see, athletics for barbarian mercenary, lore, survival. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. And mechanics, yes. That'll do, that'll do. Okay. This is where it gets a little tricky. Gotta figure out what I want to do here. Barbaric blow, accurate carnage. One per counter instant. User full slash 319 crush. Okay, accuracy versus deflection plus 25%. Ability area effect, 30% of hits convert into crits. Plus 0.5 to crit damage multiplier. That's not a bad move. It's good for a basic move. Then we have veteran recovery. Let's go ahead with Barbaric Blow. I mean, the perfect defense is the greatest offense. Right. We are done. Water, just water. There you go, buddy. Water. Cave corral or coral. I said corral. Cave coral. Nice crawl through the eye sockets over femurs. Ew. I guess there's nothing for me here, huh? And I didn't need to use a tent. Yay! Is it daytime yet? No, it's still raining out here. What's this? Ew, is that a tongue? Nasty. Let's take a look at the map real quick. Everything looks good. Okay, so I only have this much square. Good to know, good to know. Settler's Arrow. Looks like we got some stuff to search here. A shattered piece of crate. Shattered pieces of a crate are strewn across the dirt, along with a few vegetables. Muddy vegetables. Grass is still flattened behind the wagon wheels. Barrels of cabbage, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned. That's a shame. Just means more cell fodder for me. Whoa. It's wolf time. You taking that out? I think so. Punch him. Okay. So in this version, you have to click and then select.
Will find us dead on our feet.
Oh, wait. It seems like there's a slot here that I need to look at. These aged walls appear to have encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Examine the wall more closely. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. Okay, I don't have any tools, I don't think. Let me take a look. Not in my inventory anywhere. Burning star, see if I can find anything useful here. Actually, I don't know why I didn't put this on. There we go. Lockpick, torch. Yeah, I don't got anything to climb walls right now. Maybe later. Oh, do we have some campers over here? Are they bandits? Shall we save real quick? I'm not sure what I'm going to be finding, but we're going to find out. A young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. What? Bandit turns. Get him, you dogs, and make sure our new cook doesn't run off. Help. Please help! One of the bandits gives Tenfrith a kick as they pass him, and he huddles. Shame on you for doing that. Oh, I missed.
Kill them all!
Could you please hurry up and kill him? He's nothing! Get him! You are an ultimate barbarian. Kill him already, dude! You're gonna get killed! 2. Could you please die? Please die before I do. Thank you. Jeez, I almost lost it, man.
The longer we walk,
Jesus, he was missing like crazy. My accuracy is garbage right now. Kill him!
Hello.
By the flame, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored with me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. The dwarf, ooh, excuse me, looks aghast. Listen, next time you're in Gilded Vale, stop by the Black Hound Inn. I'll let Pasca know just what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back at my oven again. I have earned a reputation! The tent is empty, but for a pair of stained cots and a stink of unwashed bodies. I'll take that. What else do I got here? Take all that. Take all that. Looks like I got everything here. I could try climbing these rocks, but I doubt I'll make it without any climbing materials. Did I pick up any? Hold on. Let's see real quick. You find a handhold upon one of the large stones and start to pull yourself up. You make your way steadily up the crumbling ruin over to the top. Sweet. Ooh, Fulvano's gloves. Grab all this good stuff. Sometimes I gotta remember that I'm a barbarian and I am athletic. That's what we do. Climb down. I think that's pretty much the end of that area, as far as I can tell. Try exploring this way. Alright, I think that's pretty much the whole map explored. The ruins, the abandoned camp, and the bear cave, all done. It will take you 8 hours to complete your journey from Valewood to Gilded Vale. So be it. All right. Let's read this. You have earned a reputation. Reputations can be held with communities or factions in the Eastern Reach and will affect how members of that group respond to you. In some cases, friends or enemies, those of those groups will also react to your affiliations. Helping a group will increase your positive reputation with that group. Harming a group will increase your negative reputation. It is possible to have a mix of positive and negative reputations with a group if you help and harm them in equal manner. Well, hey, I mean, it is what it is. If they don't follow my line of reasoning, I guess that's on them. Ah, the dead tree.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you'll hear is a buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
That tree over there. Ergi doesn't even look over his shoulder. Ah, yes, not everyone has accepted the measures necessary to keep the village safe ever since Lord Roderick banished the mothers of Hollowborn. Some have taken up arms against him, and while he's been searching for a cure, he's been beset with fraud and opportunists. We had ciphers, wizards, and animancers come through town, taking the Lord's coin and promising to end the curse. Lord Radric finally decided to make an example of those who would profit from our tragedy. He points to the body of a dwarven woman. The latest was an animancer from Valen Republic who claimed to know a technique none of us have even seen. By now, we've seen it all. I guess I have to say everything. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mentioned that. Trespassing on Engwithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Bareth have mercy, we certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a Biawak. He polishes his spectacle at his sleeves. If you'd been that close to a Biawak, you wouldn't be standing here. If you have other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in the Gilded Vale understands our rules. You said something about Hollowborn and Wadewind's legacy before? He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn has been a scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they're a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows. But they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Wadewind's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Lord Radric decrees that may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. He nods. I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a Biawak. Is there anyone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others.
Uh-oh.
A bad
Looks like we
cure
get
is
an
often worse than none at
alarm.
all.
Be-do-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
What a fuck? What a jerk.
Keep out of...
Ergeet nods curtly. Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
Oh.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same.
A peculiar spasm crosses his face in the corner of his mouth, of course, in a mirthless
Circumstances have
smile.
changed a great deal.
What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of the Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the Eye of Barath must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on me. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I'd advise you to get some rest. The inn, or stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps. That is not your concern. Farewell. And that was an interesting conversation.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Strange way to talk about the dead. You're dead. He looks up at the tree and breathes out. Half the town's up there now, it seems like. No right way to talk about it. I'm looking for someone who can help me feel better. Jesus. What is wrong? What's wrong with me? I'm saying the wrong words. Sounds like I need sleep, doesn't it? He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, wilting flowers, and half-erased... And notes half erased by the rain. Okay, cool. I'm still screaming. Okay. No, you are. I'm just letting you know so you don't walk in front of the camera. I just heard it.
Just let you know.
I appreciate it. Was it a storm warning?
We're under a tornado watch.
Another one? Jesus. Why did you want to move over here? I'm not. Anyways, I guess I'm pretty much done with the stream. Anyways, I guess. Gunstar! I could, but I could take a break. Well, it's random game weekend. Yeah, I know I got laundry to do tomorrow. That's the fun part. But the good thing is I don't have to stream tomorrow morning. We're back to normal stream time. Yay! Anyways, thank you for letting me know. Appreciate it.
That's just what I don't think you could hear the talking on it. Probably hear
it. Yep, I heard that. Clear as day.
It scared me so bad I couldn't figure out where the sound was coming from because I was half asleep on the couch.
A little bit. You're gonna have to stay up all night, aren't you?
No, I need to fix my sleep schedule.
Rough. Maybe you can stream all night.
Hello,
No, you're Gen. I'm Dro. You can't take my name. That's not how I sound. Thank you very much. Jeez. Oh boy. Ooh. Faith Alien. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out for you. Reach out for the soul. You see a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the winds, a rising sun embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal. At their head stands a commander, awkward in full armor but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist to his mouth, his countenance grin. He throws up a hand, halting his troops. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder, deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting to the sea, the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise from the ground as Stygian clouds race towards them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eye, calling a blessed down on his troop. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. I just think I'm getting a message, a vision like that from that one guy. Seems kind of crazy, right? Actually, let me take a look at this. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. I did. Hello. Beneath the vines are crude carvings of a sun rising over 3 stars. This is gonna be Bear's house now. Oh? Weirden. A man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain. Have a care if you mean to go in. He casts a quick look towards the doorway to his left. This place is not so empty as I thought. The temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best, times being as they are. He groans and shifts position, wincing. I'm no looter if that's what you're thinking, not one of the faithful either. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. He regards you wearily. Maybe you have better luck. Better luck with what? The man points a finger towards these ruins around us. It used to be a temple of Eothas, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over Deerwood, from Red Ceres even. Until the war, of course. Even then, you get some of those, the Severmorns, the ones that couldn't get through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Go on. Once the legacy started, Lord Raedric decided he'd been too lenient on the Eothasians, and he had his people go in and put them to the sword. Left them down there, buried under a heap of rock. After that, Raedric ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that up until recently. Lord Raedric hopes that if we rededicate the temple to the living god, then we'll be forgiven, and the legacy will end. See? He smiles wryly. But until then, the temple is as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. Those priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they didn't deserve to go like that. Chopped down in their god's house. It doesn't sit right with me. If you can get down there, find their remains, maybe we can finally give them the proper burial. Weirden breathes out. No small task. There's coin in it for you if you need motivator. I'll find him. Then by the flame I owe you a good turn. But listen, The temple's been sealed off for so long, it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll still be there if they're anywhere. Those priests had all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the walls, secret sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out and take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send somebody else after your remains. Looks like you're going to be a remain in a minute. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some. La da 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 da. Get him!
Poison! Hardly fair.
Yeah, definitely not fair. I took an L on that one. And I missed. Come on, man. Do better! How is Drobarb missing all those times? What's the matter with you, dude?
Walk, the more lightly you'll have to sleep.
I'm guessing my... Oh no. More spiders.
Ugh. Poison. Hardly fair. Bring them down!
Woo. That was a ridiculous crit. If you would kill him quick and stop missing, it's a spider. A massive one. What kind of barbarian misses a spider? Shame on you. All right. Victory is mine. Actually, let's take a look at this. Whoever sat here left in a hurry. Ink has dripped across the scroll, obscuring its contents. Pile of furniture is branded with scorch marks. Well, that was fun. Although I have a feeling if I don't rest soon, my guy's gonna have a lot of struggle with these spiders. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man!
Poison! Bring them down! Ugh. Poison! Hardly fair.
It's definitely not fair. Okay. Looks like we got a few things in here. Let's take a look at this. Take that. Initiate's notes. This parchment is relatively intact, but ink has faded. You can make a few patches of careful, tidy script. Visitors to the ritual floor, Rexica Oberka says a redemption for even those who forget, instruct the largest bell first rather than the second. The rest is illegible. Struck the largest bell first rather than the large. Okay. I think I get what this is going. I think I'm picking up what you're picking down. I think. All right. I think. Yeah. It's pretty much that time. It's already that. I already hit that 2-hour mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and step out and say peace. If you guys like that game, you want to see some more, don't forget to let me know in the comments on YouTube, or you can be on the Discord and let me know if you want to see that game on the schedule during the week. You have to let me know. because if you like certain games that I play, I don't know, I won't play them until you say it. Schedule changes are at random and at my, basically my choice. But I do listen to the Gen-Droids over on the Discord. So if you are a Gen-Droid and you want to see a certain game on the week, you let me know and I will put it on there just for you. And I'll leave it there as long as you continue to basically express how much you want to see more of it. So anyways, I'm out of here. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whatever the time of the day it is where you watch me. I hope you have a great one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and enjoy the rest of the week. I will see you guys tomorrow night, where we will be continuing on our journey. See you guys later. Bye, guys.
Another day, another game. We gave it our all. From epic fights to chill nights, we answered the call. No matter the battle, no matter the play, we keep the energy rolling every single day. One more round, one more fight. Now I sing it for tomorrow, same time, same height. Chance you brought the fire, kept the vibe so tight. Now we wrap it up, but we'll be back tonight. Gen-Dro Studios, we level up strong. 7 days deep and we're still going on. Say your both, say your roles, don't say goodbye, cause the next adventure's right on the rise. Whether we're grinding, crafting, or taking a dive, every stream, every moment, we're feeling alive. Ain't no game too big, no challenge too steep. We take them all on, no skips, no sleep. Lights dim, the credits roll, but the story's never over, keep that in your soul. GG's in the chat, throw the emotes high. See you next time, same place, same sky. Gen-Dro Studios, we level up strong. 7 days deep and we're still going on. Say your boss, say your roles, don't say goodbye, cause the next adventure's right on the rise.